left. He is our guest appearance for the first showing of the Rebound. Tonight we have
guys.
Hey Chase. Tonight we got a doubleheader for you in the sandboard tournament. And let's begin. First off, we have the girls. Last season, they are one of the most talented teams we've seen at this school. And they finished 22-2 with only 2 losses to Southern Garrett and Nitro. Very dominant team, as we've seen. They did not struggle at all in AAA and the Big Ten, as they went undefeated in both besides Nitro, obviously. But defense was their key to success. They scored a bunch of points off the fast break. We'll have to see if that is still implemented in their game. Anything you guys would like to add?
I think they obviously lost 3 starters last year, but losing Hadley Horn, she was a great player. Still having Kenna Keener and Natalie Beltner. I think they're 2 very good basketball players, and I still think they can make a run this year.
Mm-hmm. And another thing I like to point out is all their players fit the specific role that they were assigned to, and they played it very well, which led to their success that they saw. So it'll be interesting to see if they can keep that up in the future. We got a little bit of a loud situation going on here. There are some kids in the background, but we'll ignore them. We're here for the Rebound, so it's okay. Next, we have this season. They have lost 3 of their starters, which will be huge. It'll be very important to see how they can adapt and fit those holes, especially doing so with a small roster, as they only have 14 players. So it'll be interesting to see how they can overcome that. Anything y'all got, Dub?
Losing 3 starters, like Chase said, is hard to overcome. And what are they, 1-2 so far this year?
Yeah.
A little bit of a rough start, losing 2 close games and almost blowing the lead to Philip Barber.
Yeah,
But
that was a rough game.
I think tonight is a game where they can really get back on track and get back into the winning column.
I agree with that.
Yep, and as Dub mentioned, they started the season 0-2 before breaking that spell with their performance versus Philip Barber. But they played 2 very tough games to start their season, so you can't really hold those losses against them, especially early in the season, trying to gel with the new players. So I think they'll piece it together very soon. What do you guys think?
I couldn't agree more with you. I think they have the talent this year, personally, and I think they could get it done. I think they can make a run.
Yeah.
I agree as well. Again, losing 3 starters is hard to overcome for any team, but still having Kenna is huge. She was our leading scorer last year, I think.
Yeah.
And probably will become our all-time leading scorer soon. So I think having her, along with players that will play the roles alongside her, could get us far.
Yep. And I think building on the issue of losing 3 starters, our guard position is a big question mark at the moment. Losing 2 dominant ball handlers in Hope Deaver and Jaslyn Ray, it'll be interesting to see who fills the role. I believe they have Natalie running the point guard right now, so hopefully she can step up and play that point guard as well as they did in the past, because they were great. They helped us get the ball down the floor and push the tempo.
I think there's a lot of options that we could go with to run the point. There's Natalie, Kiara, Bailey. I think they could all run the point and handle the ball well.
I think the small roster is the only thing that's like the big change that I've noticed from this year, and obviously losing 3 starters. But just the roster being as short as it is it just surprises me.
Yeah, I do wonder how the roster got clipped down so small, but it'll be okay. I believe they can overcome it.
Especially if it's going to states last year.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. You
And
would
winning a
think that
game.
we'd get some participation from the people around here, but
Especially after winning a game.
yeah, that's something we haven't seen in Grafton in a long time.
I know.
Obviously, I've been a part of 2 teams that got smacked in the playoffs, so I know better than anybody. The win in states and the fact they did that is very impressive.
Kind of hard to win in general. I have 5 wins.
Yeah, I guess you know that pretty well too, but it's okay. Now, let's speak on their competition, Nicholas County girls. Last season, they went 8-9 and made it to the regional final, where they were defeated by Greenbrier East in a not close game, but Greenbrier East is tough, so I get that.
76-37, by the way.
Yeah, we beat them 76-37 last year, which is very crazy. We'll see if they get closer this year.
Scorer.
Yes, they lost their top scorer.
Greenbrier East made it to the state semifinals, didn't they, last year?
Yeah, they did. I'm pretty sure they did. They were a dominant team last year, so it's no shock that they lost that, especially being below 500. Not a shocker there. But even though they lost their main scorer, they only lost 3 seniors, so they didn't lose too much. So I think they still could be a decent team, but it will be interesting to see who can be their main threat to attack us because I don't believe they have one.
I think it's going to be interesting because I watched them play a good bit last night. I watched the second half, and I didn't really see anything that popped up the screen. I saw they shot the ball decently well from the mid-range, but other than that, I didn't see anything that jumped out of the papers or the.
Yeah, like Tyler said, they're a very young team, only losing 3 seniors, and I don't know. I think they could do some damage this year.
Well, it'll be a good fight to start the season off, but I think we should be able to handle this team. But let's speak on what they've done this season. They were 1-1 coming into this game, with a win versus Summers County and a loss versus Oak Hill. So Summers County, they're not a great team, frankly, but Oak Hill is a very decent team. So the outcomes were expected. So they haven't done anything poor. They're a good rebounding team, especially their leading rebounder, Madison Jones, who averages 10 boards a game, which is very significant. So they could be a threat to get a lot of boards this game. So that could be an issue we got to solve.
Yeah, that'll be big, especially because Kenna being our best player. That could be a battle down low, especially with the battle that Kenna had against the girl for PB. Could be a
I
fun
think
one.
another big problem that they need to try and figure out is averaging 19 turnovers a game last year. That's a big problem. You can't win games like that.
That's this year, right?
No, that's I know it's not.
Okay.
Just go with it.
Is the shooting percentage from this year too, or last year?
No, these are actually, I was wrong. These are from this year.
Oh, so 19 turnovers a game. And
19 turn. Okay.
Shoot 28% from the
Yeah,
field.
they can't be doing that if they. Just in general, you can't. This year, last year, they can't do that in any games to win games.
Also,
you can't win games like
28% from the field.
that. Yeah,
It's
hard to win games like that.
Yeah, you gotta make shots and you gotta keep the ball.
Now, I forgot to mention this, but as I was finding stats for research, I noticed that our girls, put up 19 turnovers last game versus PB.
That's probably
That's
why
unacceptable.
That's why
it was such a close game. PB should not have hung with us at all, but we played ourselves out of that game. So in order to win this one, I feel like we cannot let that happen at all.
Clean up the turnovers.
Yeah. Now, on to the boys. Here we are. Their man dub. Winning. All right. Last year, well, we know how that went. They finished 2-18. It was not the greatest season, but they had wins against Hampshire and PB. They did not have the same starting 5, it felt like at any point in the season. So we have to try and find consistency in the lineup, which I believe we can this year. But last year, we could not figure it out.
Yeah.
And we failed to get consistent looks at the basket. We could inside, so I feel like we've done better of that so far this year with a pretty good showing.
I think that's definitely changed a lot with Tucker developing and Jacob developing and getting the ball into the paint and Caden coming back, who's a big, strong guard, getting the ball inside. I think that's gotten a lot better because it was non-existent last year.
I was very impressed with the past game with Jacob Motes and Tucker Stemple. I think those two are very good basketball players, and they're both juniors, so they're not old. They're still gonna be here another year, and I'm excited to see what they got coming for them.
Yeah, I agree. And then another issue I noticed when covering the games, it felt like there was a lot of individuality in the team. They weren't really gelling as much as a unit as you'd like to see from a program. So it'll be interesting to see if they can address that issue as they move on in the future.
Yeah, Coach Johnson gave us a stat at practice the other day that we had 19 assists as a team our first game. And coming from games last year where we only had 2 or 3 assists, that was a lot better than having 19 our first game.
Yeah.
That's how, because we're spreading the ball and not playing selfish.
I think last season, defense held teams very well. Held teams to an average of 58 points a game. That's not bad, but I think it's going to be better this year.
I agree.
Especially based on last game. So
Something else is that we're scoring the ball a lot better. Johnson also said that we wouldn't have sniffed 70 points in a game last year, and we hit it in our first game this year, and that's only going to get better.
Going off what Dub said, I feel like the better offense will also lead to better defense as well, because we won't have to hold them to great defensive performances to still win a game. So it takes a bit of pressure off the defensive side of the ball. So I feel like this 58 will come down a decent bit just off the fact that we are scoring more than 40 points a game, which is not great at all.
Yeah, another thing Johnson says is defense turns into offense. You get deflections, you get steals, it turns into runouts, and you get free points on the other end. But I also think that our defense needs to get better because Lincoln scored, 50-something points?
Yeah,
30-something in the first half, which isn't very good.
No shade to Lincoln, of course, but they shouldn't be putting up that much in a half at all.
Absolutely not.
So
Turned it around second half, though.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't score for, 1 minute left in the third quarter?
Yeah, Johnson said again, it's a game of runs, and we went on a 19-4 run to start for the third quarter. Like they did not score until the 132
That set the tone
mark.
there. That's what got you guys up.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was key.
yeah, just big performances like that where we can turn it on will determine games for us. Because Johnson's entirely right. It is a game of runs. So if we can prevent those runs and go on a few runs ourselves, it'll be smooth sailing.
Oh, yeah.
Now let's take a look at this season. Last time we went to States was in 2021, where we were fifth seed, and we lost against Wheeling Central Catholic in the first round. That was a great year, for whoever could see it.
Was that when we were in 8th grade?
I believe so, yeah.
When they had Tanner and
That was that
Delaney.
team. Yep. And this year we are a junior-heavy team. I mean, half our roster is juniors, so
We have 5 seniors, but 2 don't play.
yeah,
But the other 3 start.
exactly. So it's okay. And then I think the keys to the season will most likely be the 2, as mentioned, juniors, Tucker Stemple and Jacob Oates, as they did have a very solid first game, as we did see. And I think mostly Tucker because we don't have too much height as a team, so he'll have to be. That's true, but
Caden Taylor is the foul merchant of all time.
that's a bit true.
I think he played, 5 or 6 minutes last game and had 3 fouls.
He's practicing the hack-a-shack tactics, I agree.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
If he can get some consistency, he could be a big presence for us. But as of now, Tucker is the main big man, so we'll have to see some good performances out of him.
I think another thing that's huge for us this season is developing our juniors and sophomores because, we are junior heavy, and we have 5 juniors and a sophomore in the rotation.
Yeah.
So I think we need to develop those guys more to think more about next year as well because last year what killed us was not having any experience. We had Dylan that played varsity the year prior. That was it. So I think having a lot of experience this year will help us not just this year and making a state's run, but the years following as well.
I think another key is that based from going in from last year to this year is I think we have more skill through the whole depth chart. And I think we have new guys coming up, and I think they're great basketball players. I used to play with Gage Alexander, great basketball player. He's young. I'm excited to see what he could do here in the future.
He's a good scoring spark off the bench. He had 11 last game, our third leading scorer off the bench.
That's impressive.
He's a good basketball player.
And obviously Tucker and Jacob led us in scoring. Jacob had 18. Tucker had a double-double with 14.
That's going to be a big thing.
Gage had 11.
If Tucker keeps cleaning the boards like that, it'll help us greatly.
I think
in our
think
push.
Jonathan had 10.
Yeah.
Other than that,
also,
I don't really know.
Very good performance. One thing I like to highlight is our strength of schedule and the conditions we have to travel in as a team. A lot of our away games are an hour away, which is going to take a toll on our players. So we have to see how they can adapt and overcome that because it could be an issue.
Yeah, some of these away games are far. We go to Hampshire, to Nitro. We play Hampshire and Nitro on back-to-back nights, both on the road.
Yeah.
Makes
that's
you
going
tired.
to be tough.
Makes you tired. Yeah. I think it's safe to say Coach Johnson isn't afraid to schedule tough teams.
Yeah, that's what
Safe
they
to
always.
say.
That's what they always tell us. Scheduling these tough opponents makes us ready for the tournament if we were to make it there. It
Makes you better. Makes you better
Exactly.
basketball players.
Not scared to schedule the tough guys. Our schedule this year is very tough.
Yeah, speaking of the schedule, there's a stat I'd like to point out. Out of the 19 teams we play, 15 of them had a record above 500 last year, which is a staggering number when you think about it.
No,
We don't play any scrubs at all.
I don't know if that'll stay the same because teams that went over 500 last year, like Elkins, lost all their best players.
Yeah.
East Fairmont lost all their best players.
Of course, the stat has some flaws to it, but I feel like it does go to show.
But it is
these-
Big Ten. It is Big Ten play.
Yeah.
Always tough in the Big Ten. Always tough to play. And anyone can win on any given night in the Big Ten. It's the
how
hardest
basketball is.
hardest conference in the state.
Yep. And then, as mentioned earlier, The team never had a clear score at all last year. Our leading scorer was Dylan America with 8.3 points, who graduated last year. So there was no one guy who could go get us a bucket, which is something I'd like to see from this team.
I think we have that this year. I think we honestly have 3, 4, 5 guys that could do that.
Which is even better.
Take over any given night. Like, any of the starters engaged, they can just take over any given night.
If we could have like 3 guys with 10 points a game, that'd be crucial.
Last game we had 4.
Exactly. If we can keep that up, I don't see an issue in the future. And then the team didn't shoot great last year at all. I mean, they averaged 38% from the field and 26 from 3.
Yeah, that's one thing that the 3-pointers have not cleaned up. Last game we shot 2 for 17 from 3. But we got the ball to the paint good, and we're getting good buckets. So it didn't matter in the end, but that's something we got to clean up that could lose us games in the future if we don't clean up. It's not necessarily that we need to make more threes. It's that we need to not settle on threes, on possessions that we could get buckets at the rim.
One thing I've noticed past couple years is, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like we start off slow. We don't set the tone early. Like, I don't know. Even last game, we started off slow.
No, we did last game.
Yeah.
We started off 6-0, and then they called a timeout, and then we started getting slow.
Yeah. Well, I meant going into half, but didn't have great ball movement last year. Only having 9 assists a game.
We doubled that last game.
It's not great,
Exactly.
but yeah.
And it's good to see them improving on the assist issue because it also could solve another issue, which was the individuality I feel like we had last season. So if we can get each other involved and play good team basketball, I think we'll be grand this season. I got a good feeling about it.
Something else we need to do tonight is I see the turnover prone from last season, 16.7.
Yeah.
Per game last season.
You can say it again.
16.7.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But yeah, that's a lot of turnovers last season. Something must have just happened.
Big play must have happened. I hope we can see it later.
Lincoln and Nicholas are playing right now.
Yeah.
I really want to.
Must be a dogfight.
Watch that game.
Hey, Patrick, check the score. I want to see it.
What just happened?
All right. Our crowd has migrated now. Obviously, you guys can't see that.
Game.
It's a 1-point game over there. All right, Nicholas is up by 1.
How much time left?
11 seconds. Whose ball?
All right. It sounds like we had a game.
I mean, that sounds like.
I kind of want to see it.
I mean, I don't think we can just leave though.
No, we cannot leave.
Is it on the? Is it on the
Wow,
website?
this is a great show, guys.
Is it on the website?
It should
Is
be
it on
the
YouTube?
website. If not YouTube, then it should be on the huddle.
I'm gonna see us. Crap.
It's going to be delayed.
It might be a bit delayed.
It'll be all right.
Wow, it's silent in here. You can hear a pin drop. I mean, must be some suspense. What if we could move the camera and just
I really want to know
have
what's
us
going on.
standing by the game? That'd be pretty funny.
It is not being streamed right now. Let's check the huddle.
Damn.
It's a
My
timeout.
mom? Oh, is my mom talking? Hey, Mom.
Hold up. I really want to see.
Yeah,
the
have a look if it's on like something, because we could have our live reaction on this. Check huddle. Check huddle.
huddle fan.
Lincoln was down, by the way.
Yeah, Lincoln's had a great game to come back. 8 seconds left. Okay.
I'm getting on. Don't worry.
7 viewers. That's some good numbers.
7 people watching us trying to pull up this. Lincoln
7 people
Nicholas
watching
game.
us mess around behind a desk. I love that.
Oh my gosh, the timeout just started on here.
All right, here we go. Hopefully the ad
There's an
moves
ad.
fast. All
There's
right.
an ad.
I wish we could show you guys the game off the live stream, but you'll have to just see our reaction, I guess. So.
Come on. Or the gym's reaction.
Or the gym's reaction, yes.
Depending what happens. The timeout just started. This is.
Here, bring in the middle. I want to see it too.
I don't.
Listening.
It's moving as fast as it can. Oh, we're gonna hear the reaction.
Yeah, we're gonna have to hear it.
All right, kill it. Good attempt. All right, well,
I think.
buzzer beater.
What just happened, bro?
Lincoln buzzer beater, folks.
Who hit it?
That's a game. That is a great game. I'll have to watch that back later because we've been behind this desk for a few, but
Wow.
I'm sure it was a good bucket. Well, let's continue the show while we're here.
Okay.
All right.
I was talking about the turnovers, right?
Yes, turnovers where we were at.
Okay. So we had a lot of turnovers last game. Do you remember what it was, Jonathan? How many turnovers we had? 19 turnovers.
19
last game.
turnovers cannot happen.
That's something we can't have still. Like turnovers and making threes is, and missing all those threes, we can't have that if we want if against good teams if we want to win.
And then, speaking of, I'd like to highlight the rebounding we had last year. We averaged 25 rebounds a game, which is a pretty good number. And I feel like we can definitely even do better than that this year since we have bigger play and we have more physical play, in my opinion.
Well,
whether it's Tucker Stemple or Jonathan Mayer crashing the boards, I feel like we could pull in more boards than last year, which would be huge.
Last game was something that we did not. Another thing we did not do was crash. We were good on the offensive glass, but the defensive glass we were not good at all. Like
Anything I want to say?
a lot of offensive rebounds on. For who? Who did we play? Lincoln.
Yeah.
Lincoln had a lot of offensive rebounds against us.
One
And
thing,
especially for them being such a small team, it can't happen.
I agree.
one thing I noticed in the Lincoln game is defensively we came out looking physical, like right off the bat. I thought we looked very physical, and I don't think we slowed down really, but I just didn't think like towards the middle of the game it wasn't as physical as it was at the beginning of the end, and I think if we keep that going all game, we're on the throttle all game. I mean, I don't think Lincoln's even close, but.
Yeah, that's something I'd like to see. We have to remember what happened last year and fight to improve on that. We have to keep that intensity we had going and just hold that intensity throughout the game. They can't. It's like you said, a team like Lincoln cannot have offensive boards over us. That's unacceptable. We are bigger than them, and even if we're not, we have to be able to fight them and make sure we prevent offensive rebounds, especially because you can't let teams have second chances at the rim. So, yep.
Yeah, we need people to box out.
Any takeaways you guys like to say before we get into our opposition, Southern Garrett?
We want beat up.
We will have beat up tonight. I am ready. I will be screaming.
Can't wait to see that.
Screaming something I can't say. But let's get into Southern Garrett. They went 13-11 last year, and they lost in the second round of whatever Maryland's playoff system is. So they were decent. They were very decent last year. They lost their two clear-cut top scorers, though. So it'll be interesting to see how they can overcome that. But from what I've heard, they have found a guy in Graham Harvey. This kid is averaging 32 points per game.
That was one game.
That is true. But
And last night he did not look very good.
I'm working with Max Preps here. It's not that great.
Where are you seeing that?
They didn't put in stats. So,
Oh, we're down here.
no, we're not down there. I was just pulling from that.
Oh,
But-
okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, these two leading scorers did not look
Yes.
very good last night.
Well, if they can keep that up, we should be feeling great
agree with
tonight.
that.
But one
I'm
thing
still
I
mad
noticed,
that Lincoln game winner.
it's okay.
That was. That would've
I
been
know.
hype.
Well, maybe next time we'll get a better setup, but it's okay.
Was that Lincoln game winner crazy? What kind of a
We
shot
will
was it?
review the Lincoln game winner later because I'd like to see it. Oh, wow. That's a bucket, ladies and gentlemen. Triple coverage is what I'm hearing. So, girls warming up? All right. Well, this shouldn't take more than 20 minutes, I don't think. So, last year, they were, despite their size, they were not a great rebounding team. So, I feel like we are a good rebounding team, so we got to exploit that to get some second opportunities and limit their second opportunities as well.
They were a good three-point shooting team, though. They could shoot threes.
Yep.
They didn't last night.
No. So, if we can just keep pressure on them and prevent them from shooting threes, I think we'll be fine. Because I don't feel like they're as intense as us. I feel like they rely on having their night to beat us. So if we can prevent that night, I think we'll be fine tonight. Yeah. Wow, I said night a lot, but let's move on to the season.
We got to come out. We got to come out playing physical, ready to ball out. That's what I think it takes.
All right. We have some fun fan interactions here, but these are some words from their coach, Coach Broadwater from Southern Garrett. He believes his team's biggest strength and weaknesses so far are replacing all the offensive production they lost. Could be an issue for them, but he believes their biggest strength will be being just big, as they are a big team.
Oh, yeah,
and
Their starting five's all above 6 foot,
Yep.
like 6'4",
That's crazy.
6'5".
and then
crazy.
They're huge.
they want to be a defensive team as well. Could someone remind me the final score of their game?
50-38.
Yeah,
Yeah, they held their opponent to 38. So
It's impressive.
I think our offense should be able to beat their defense, but it'll be a tough battle for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna have to shoot the ball well tonight if they're gonna play
Yes,
along.
yes.
He wants to attack by being good defensively and keeping this game in a low-scoring contest, which he already talked about.
Yeah.
His key players are Jacob Brown, Graham Harvey, Ryan Bird, and Braden Lucas. Graham Harvey's number two, right? Or is he 10? 10. What is he, 6'6"? So I assume Tucker Stemple will be guarding him tonight.
Good matchup.
I want to see that matchup.
It'll be fun. He's a similar player to Tucker in all regards. Tall, big, who can handle the ball and shoot it. He's averaging 50% from three as well, so he could be a tough matchup, but I think Tucker can definitely hold him. And that he highlighted a few other players that don't appear as high on the stat sheet in Ryan Bird and Braden Lucas. So I'm wondering how they'll attack us, even though he feels they're one of his key players. So it'll be interesting to see what they have for us. Great hands, B-Dub. I see why you only got 3 catches.
Shut up. I'm not doing this again. Okay.
It's all right, B-Dub. You're a great lineman.
I want to watch a game winner.
You can watch the game winner the next time you see one, I promise.
I'm not going to see one.
Is Jacob Brown number 0?
We have 8 viewers.
I believe he is.
All right, next
We have
page.
eight viewers. All right, that's
I want
nice.
to do the around the state pick'em.
All right. Well, you both can.
We'll do the pick'em for here. Grafton Bearcats are going to win.
8 viewers. Love to see it. Love to see it. We're popping out tonight.
We'll do the pick'em for this
So-
game. I think we're going to win.
I agree. So this is a new thing I like to bring to the huddle. We're going to have our guest appearances in Braden and Chase pick some matchups around the state. So let's begin. We have Elkins versus Tucker County. What are our thoughts on that?
They both lost a lot of their key players from last year. Elkins lost their leading scorer, who was averaging like 25 points a game. Tucker County lost their 2 best players that took them to the state championship game last year. I think that Elkins will win.
I agree with them. I think Tucker County, they were good last year. They were real good.
Is it out Tucker County or at Elkins?
I'm going to be honest, I don't really know that answer. So
I don't think it matters. I think Elkins wins either
for
way.
the sake of this, we'll call it a neutral site.
Okay.
Just imagine it's somewhere.
Yeah, still take Elkins.
Both those teams were senior-led, so it'll be interesting to see how they can combat
Nicholas
that.
County versus Lincoln. I'm going to go with Lincoln.
Hey, that's why I scratched it out. I
gonna
don't
go
think you
with
saw
Lincoln.
that. But I kind of wrote these notes Wednesday before the game got postponed, so
I picked Lincoln. I'm 1 for 1.
a few of these are a bit off. But next we have Bird versus Lewis. 2 good teams last year battling off this year. What do you guys think?
Birds are going to
I
smoke
think
them.
Bird wins that one pretty easily.
Bird's gonna smoke
Yeah, I think Bird wins that pretty easily.
Yeah, Bird will smoke them.
Yeah, I agree. Bird's a very athletic team, so I believe in their
They lost
abilities.
like nobody either.
Yeah, I mean, well, is there a reason they're athletic? All right, well, there's our pick'em segment. I didn't have as many matchups ready because we are still early in the season, so everybody's playing at different times, so that's what we got for now. Let's get into some fun stuff. We got college sports for you. Any opinions you guys have on the college football playoff decisions?
I will.
All right, here you go. Mike's yours.
So, me personally, James Madison, Tulane, both getting in. Don't play in prestigious conferences, but I think Tulane deserves to be in. However, James Madison, I do not think deserve to be in the college football playoffs. They may have won their conference, but I think Duke winning the ACC, still being 7-5,
8-5.
or 8. Well, I guess they're 8-5 after the win, and you leave them out, and you also leave out Notre Dame. But
Coach Foley didn't like that one.
I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. But it's hard for the committee to make those types of choices. It's very difficult.
Okay. Are you going or am I going to go?
You can go first. I got my opinion
Okay.
last.
Is yours about the Heisman?
No, I'm also going to talk about the college football, then we can work on the Heisman.
Okay, the playoffs,
Yep.
right?
Yep, I'm listening.
Notre Dame should have made it.
I agree.
I think this playoff system is still flawed right now because I don't think 2 Group of 5 teams should have made it at all.
I think one. I think one of them should.
Honestly, I don't think any should make it.
No, I like to see the Cinderella. I want to see someone pull
But we're
off the
not.
miracle.
You're not going to see it. They're
Well,
both
I'm
gonna get
hoping
smoked
for
in
it,
the first
all right.
I think Tulane's. I mean, they lost to Ole Miss. 30? I think they lost by 30 at the beginning of the year. But I get what Dub's saying there.
Notre Dame should have been in.
Yeah, but Ole Miss could be a question mark. They lost their head coach in Lane Kifflin.
But now
so-
they play one of those Group of 5 teams, so it's a lot easier on them.
True, but
They play what? I think Tulane.
Tulane. They
beat
played.
third by
They
30
played
points earlier
Tulane.
in the season.
But now it's different. Tulane's rolling. They've made it to the playoffs, so I think Tulane could pull it off, but it'll be difficult.
I don't think it'll be 30-point blowout. I think it's going to be.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a little closer. I think Ole Miss still pulls away, but I think they give them a game.
And my opinion on the Heisman, I don't think it's close. Mendoza beats
Ooh.
head
Oh,
to
this is
head.
fun.
And Jeremiah Love, if you don't give it to Ashton Genty last year,
I agree. Jeremiah
Mendoza.
Love. I agree. I also support Mendoza in this case. He is part of the best team in the nation at the moment, and he's playing great. So I agree with Mendoza.
close second, Diego Pavia.
Nah, he's not second. Diego Pavia is not second.
You got to remember, you can't forget about Julian Saying. He's had a great season this year.
the best receiving core in the country.
Only losing to Indiana. And, like, Diego what's his last name?
Diego Pavia.
Pavia, yeah, right. Vanderbilt, not known as being a great football team past couple.
Vanderbilt should have made the playoffs too.
I think Diego Pavia has turned that team around, and
Exactly.
I think you gotta take a look at that. And
Exactly. That's why I'm not saying Sayin, because Sayin has the best receiving core in the country.
statistically,
The
I
best.
think
He is the
Saying-
best team in the country, and he couldn't beat Indiana with Mendoza.
Okay, that's
Now, I'm going to go back to college football playoffs because I didn't get to speak my opinion on this. So, I agree. I think Notre Dame should have made it, but, and you guys are on JMU. I agree just because they haven't beaten anybody significant. Their record is nice.
They
But
won the Sun Belt.
They won the Sun Belt. They beat 8-4 Troy. So,
Yeah.
that's not the biggest accomplishment, I'd say.
I mean, Kennesaw State had a better record than them, or the same
Yeah.
record as them.
Yeah, that's a bit of an issue.
All right, we got to move on.
Yeah, we can move on now. So, WVU had a very, very big recruiting class. Pulled in, do you guys remember the number of 3 stars? I believe it was like 47.
43, I think.
Yeah, huge recruiting class.
But
So-
then Jaheim White entered the transfer portal, our best
And
player.
yes, that is our issue. We had tons of players leave the transfer portal. So, how do you guys think it's going to look next year?
I don't really pay attention to WV football.
I think Rich Rod's doing great recruiting, but you still got to look at what we have here now. I mean, we're going to hopefully Scotty Fox and Cam Vaughn's a junior, right? I think he's a junior. Cam Vaughn is a great receiver, and I don't know. I don't think he gets noticed enough, but I think he's probably our best receiver. You also got to look. What's number 16? He just
I
started
don't pay
playing
attention
good.
to WV football.
I forget. He's like 6'2", 225, great receiver. And we got, hopefully, Scotty Fox. He's looking very good right now. One of the best freshmen in the country, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's looking shaky, though. I've heard rumors that he could end up entering the transfer portal as well. So it'd be very nice if we could retain a quarterback.
He's like the only person I know on WVU.
Well, that's a bit concerning. You need to watch some football, buddy.
I watch NFL football. I like the pros.
Yeah, the go Bolts, huh?
Just beat the Eagles.
I know. Don't got to mention it again. All right, let's talk about WVU basketball now. So they had a pretty good record to start, but they have really had an issue beating quality Power 4 opponents. So hopefully we can get some quality wins and make a push for the NCAA tournament. Huh?
Can Honor Huff keep backpacking the team?
Yes, I wrote that down. I said, can Hunter Huff keep backpacking this team? Because
He's our best.
that's what he's done so far.
Honor Huff, I mean, I think he's leading the country in three-pointers right now, and he's a great shooter. It doesn't matter if you could just wrap him up, tackle him, he'd still probably knock it down. He's a great three-point shooter.
And one player I was highlighting earlier in the year, Obi Oha, fell off. I haven't seen anything from him since I made a comment about him on episode 34 of The Huddle. So,
I don't watch college basketball.
Eagle staff is starting
Eagle
to play
staff,
good.
yes.
Starting to play good.
big name transfer. Early season, didn't show us anything, but it looks like he's going to turn it around and become a big player for us in the future. And then this team has had so many transfers coming into this year. Now, I think part of the early season struggles we've seen against the big opponents has just been the lack of team chemistry we have at the moment, as it's just a band of people strung together by a coach. So hopefully we can fight it.
They were all used to being scorers on their old team, and I think that's a big problem. And they gotta come together as a team and just figure out how to play together. And that's hard when you have that many scorers on a team that they're just so skilled. Yeah. It's hard to come together like that.
I don't watch college basketball.
Anything from the kid?
Don't
Okay.
watch college basketball.
All right. Hey, Patrick, can we get a time check on the game?
Let's go, chop chop. No.
No, actually, we probably could, to be honest.
Nah.
6
Yeah,
minutes?
We're good.
Yeah, I think we're going to call it from here. No, 5's after 6, buddy. That's a very good show.
I
very
missed the
happy.
game winner.
We heard you, Dub, I promise.
I was angry.
I know you're angry. You're still angry. So please, let's bring the tone down here for me.
Let's do the outro so I can.
All right. Yep. Let's get on to the outro then. All right. Thank you for spending time with us tonight in preparation for this eventful Friday night. I, Tyler Clem, here with Braden White and Chase Kenzie signing off tonight. As my boss would say, take care. God bless.